Hello, everyone, and welcome to another EdTALK Coffee. I'm your host today, Hatem Radwan, and I'm very pleased to be joined by Achille Kalinda, a teacher from Africa. He is a PYP ICT teacher, as well as award winner in GESS Dubai 2024, in addition to many other certifications and recognitions, not just in Africa, but globally. So, welcome, Achille, to EdTalk Coffee, and thank you for accepting this invitation to join us today.
Hi, thank you. Welcome, Atem. I'm Achille Kalinda.
Thank you.
I'm come from Kigali, Rwanda. An educator now, about 6 years now.
Mhm.
I'm in ICT and EdTech integration in classes. I teach young kids in primary in the IB program, PYP specifically. PYP is basically nursery and primary together, part of the IB. Uh, so I've been having I would say the journey has been challenging, and I've been having motivating moments, especially when you're with kids. There's that joy that doesn't leave you. That's something all teachers have in them. Even when you go through challenges, you manage to overcome because of the joy of the job. Yeah. So that's me. Basically, by class name, I'm Mr. Ashil.
Uh-huh. Mr. Achille, honestly, the reason I wanted to speak with you, first of all, is a talk is around inspiration, is around highlighting success stories. And when I first connected with you, I've seen the passion you have. It's very obvious. I've seen the amount of activities that you do at the same time, moving from Rwanda to Dubai to participating in international competitions. What drives you to do all of these? And I can understand the challenges that you face in order to be there and to prepare yourself.
So for me, I would say that what drives me is the impact, like the will to serve. That's how I
Mhm.
can call it. Because education called me. I wasn't. I can't say. I cannot say I was made for education. Because nobody would be saying I was made to be a teacher. Because there
Yeah.
is something you have that make you serve. So basically, education found me because
Hmm.
I had something else in bachelor. I had studied environmental studies,
Hmm.
specifically in development, which even connects to the education program I did after. The thing is, I found myself in education in a strange way because I started as an assistant in a school, a teaching assistant. Then I fell in love with the job because being around kids, being around lovely people who want to support, who are very supportive, and who always want to be around and support each other. Then I went as an assistant for some years because the 6 years I gave you are the years where I signed from where I signed my first contract. Because I first served as an assistant without a contract in education. Then after that, I was given a full contract as a full teacher. So 6 years from now, that's around 2018. Yeah. So basically, what drove me is the beauty of the job. Is the when you serve when you do your job as a service and not as something that takes your time where you don't breathe. There are jobs that do not let you breathe, by the way. There are jobs where you say, the
Yeah.
boss is coming, so you shake. jobs where you're always checking by not submitting reports, by not submitting this. But in education, you're serving kids, and when you're in a surrounding where the principals and everyone, that it's a very collaborative. You find that the principal is there, the vice principal is there. You do have collaborative meetings. So I fell in love with it, but especially the kids. The kids are the one that keep us in this job. If you ask any teacher, it's because of the kids, because you love what you do because of them. So because these are kind and pure hearts, where you even that, as I told you when we were studying, even through challenges, you manage to overcome. Because there is something I've been seeing, even if I'm not married, but I've been seeing around my colleagues. Even when you come from home with problems, you overcome them when you reach the class. Because if a kid laughs at you, there's no way you're going to be still thinking about the issue you had. It's going to fly away. So it's a peaceful place. It's a peaceful place. Then the impact has drove me, but I love the connections. I love really coming out and speaking out. That's what drives me mainly, because I love staying updated, researching about my lessons, and also reaching out to different networks. That's how I came to reach out to Dubai, because I hadn't expected that. Because I went on the internet, then I submitted some of the works from learners, because I use Book Creator, Canva. As I told you, my strategies go through digital storytelling, which is one of my favorite approaches, and I'm even trying to advocate for it in classes, because it's one part of literacy which teachers tend to neglect, and storytelling is a favorable way of pushing kids and letting them express themselves, and letting their voice out. Even the shy ones manage to come in and deliver. So that's mainly how I managed to reach this way, because I had not expected all this, but it all came at once. And now I'm trying to manage to coordinate all this, which is why I really enjoy speaking with people like you, who are really impacting different communities around the world.
I have first of all to thank you for your honest answer and for your positivity. Teaching even in the most advanced countries is demanding and exhausting. And I've been in the education sector for almost 18 years, and I've seen teachers who got all the facilities, all the tools, few number of students in the classroom, everything, and still they are complaining about the profession. So I think your message is very inspiring, very positive, very motivating to everyone who's in this profession for a reason. And you summarized it with two words actually that can speak a lot. It's about impact and about serving. Tell me more about Dubai Award. So you applied, they called you back, you traveled all the way. How did that happen?
That's a really good question. That's what everyone has been asking, actually, because it's also see a teacher who comes out to go into this type and win. Because when I reached there, most of the participants were companies, was corporates like Quizzes or Edpuzzle, but find an educator himself or herself who managed to go to this. It's so demanding. So what I did is I found the GESS when I was searching. But what I do is after classes, I do sit and try to find out how can I push the leadership and the impact. So as I told you, when you're driven by service, you manage to push the horizons and try to reach to other communities. So I thought, why can't I try something else to go beyond what I always do? Because that's how we're made. As humans, we're not stable. You need to find a way to go further with your thinking, and that's what we teach to our children in classes, of course, because the IB promotes thinking skills and critical thinking and collaborative skills. All these we should also not only teaching them but also live them. We have to show an example to, because even the, like for the kids, when it was announced in the newsletter that Mr. Achille is coming from Dubai with an award, so they saw it to the parents with the kid. So they were amazed in the class, all kids still asking, "Hey, you went to Dubai?" Because for some of them, I brought some gifts, of course. Yeah.
Nice.
And but basically, it's finding time to push further your your service can reach further. It doesn't stay locked in your workplace. So the society is so wide. Um, you can reach anywhere once you're motivated to serve to the next levels. So I think I think mainly it's to appreciate what we do and not take it as something that we're pushed to do. You need to love what you do, first of all. So I love what I do, and what I did was searching for opportunities.
Mhm, mhm.
Opportunities, what I do. So that's the way networking comes in.
Yeah.
And on my side, even if in the coming years, even if I manage to go into different projects, I'll keep connected to education. Actually, someone who's been in education many years does not leave it easily. Even if I open up something, I'll still be connected to the parents and to the communities. So I searched, then when I was going through some opportunities, I found GESS Dubai. Then I asked myself, this one, I'm fit for this. But that's also believing in you. That's
Yeah.
something huge.
Yeah.
That's what are lacking. You need to believe in your skills. You need to believe in your talents. So that's needing that needs you to take time to appreciate what you do and reflect on what you do. Yeah. So educators need also to have a journal aside where they record their accomplishments. Whatever you do what I always tell my colleagues is whatever you do in a classroom, whatever step you make with your kids, an achievement. Achievement is not buying a big house or buying an expensive car or winning a medal. Not those, because a definition of an accomplishment is not linked to all those. Because an accomplishment is something you manage to reach by yourself and feel proud of it. So it's a step ahead. So whenever you make a step ahead, you should be appreciating. So that's how I managed to go through these. I went through the steps. I saw it was requiring to attach some of the artifacts from the kids. So I attached some of from the book creator, the books kids were creating about dogs, about different animals, about the nature. So the things that inspire them, that's what I've been up to. Even currently, I'm trying to really keep advocating for storytelling for these kids. They have a lot to tell, so it's letting them speak out. So that's mainly how I managed to reach this
Oh,
far.
interesting, interesting, and I'm looking forward to see you winning more awards. Because honestly speaking, with the efforts that you have put, with the impact that you have in your classroom, you deserve to be recognized. And again, I think this is a message you are delivering to all educators across the world that nothing comes for no effort, but when you love what you do, you can do the best out of it, and you are the best model representing not just for your community, for all the educators community. uh, Now, I know that you teach in an IB school, and IB internationally, IB schools are well established schools, good systems. But from your point of view, thinking about the African community, African educational landscape now, are you optimistic about the future of education, or do you think still Africa is falling behind?
I really respect and put much value into that question because it goes into what Africa is living now, and it's been years since countries are trying to incorporate technology, especially here in Rwanda. We have much improvements, even digital hub where
Mhm.
they receive people with young change makers who want to deliver projects on the market. Like places like Norsken here, where they give the young people a space where they come and showcase their projects.
Mhm.
Uh, for education, it's still a long way, as you're saying, but there is effort being put into this. Like here, educators have been recently they have been training educators
Mhm.
how to use different tools to create within their lessons, and how they can be inspiring kids using different tools. But accessibility is also still an issue.
Yeah.
Is also still an issue in different places. But what I think is it's not only about delivering tools,
Yeah.
it's also about understanding the challenges, the African
Mhm.
challenges on the ground, minding about those, not just coming in Africa just to deliver tools or programs.
Yeah.
But elsewhere in the world, by the way, when I look into what even there on LinkedIn where we met, what people are talking about is we see many tools bringing their services, their programs, but what do they tackle the challenges educators are facing, or they just design the tools just to deliver on the market? So it needs collaborations.
Yeah.
It needs um, to listen. You need to listen first to educators and understand what they need. Um, I see some tools trying to really to deliver services according to the educator's needs. I've been seeing tools like School AI or
Yeah.
all those that manage and that even collaborate with teachers in the
Mhm.
design of program
Mhm.
strategy. I love this because if I'm going to deliver a program and I first reach out to the educator, that means I'll be delivering a solution based tool,
Yeah.
not just a marketable. So that's what. But in Africa, there are still lots of challenges. STEM based structures are still needed.
Mhm.
Infrastructures are still needed as well. Basically the local schools. You find that they have like maybe a computer room where kids can go to test or to work on their projects. But I think step by step, it can be monitored and be delivering successes from the kids, because they do manage. Local schools are managing, because for them, they prepare them for the national exam. And you find private schools or international schools like the one I'm working in do not do the national exam. They have different other programs. But I think going through the challenges is key to delivering sustainable solutions. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I think educators like yourself will drive this transformation, because in education, we all believe, we all know that teachers are at the heart of the change, and it's always important to support those teachers and to give attention to their needs. And because, as you mentioned, when you empower one teacher, you are empowering 100 or 200 students that this teacher is teaching. So it's always looking at human capabilities and human capital. Do you think AI will help in accelerating the education progress?
That's a good question, actually. I was asking myself, are we gonna finish without talking about AI? Because, of course, the most exciting talk around education nowadays, because everyone is asking, how are we coping with this? But as we were saying, is we need mainly to focus on the human factor. For me, what I focus on, even in what I'll be delivering, as I target to deliver some sessions for human-centered AI. That's how I call it, because not all of them are human-centered. Because we've been seeing tools that do deliver bots and chatbots that are really not helping in any way. That are really distracting. That takes you away from what you need from the tool. So not all of them really have that quality of being in the education sector. That's why I love the fact that before they enter the education system, they have to be certified. So it's really a powerful strategy to use. But I think they'll still need again to go through it and to check on how, because most teachers are still reluctant. That one I'm seeing it all around. But in terms of what AI is doing, for me, all around the country, I see lots of developments. AI is reaching in banking, it's reaching in different sides of economy, even in agriculture. We have some young change makers who are really trying to come with amazing ideas of projects to try out in the agriculture. That means in education, we need really to collaborate on this and see how we can deliver this, but in a way that will not take away what the nature of human thinking. Because I always tell the kids when they are trying to do, I tell them, if I give steps and you try to follow them, and you use a tool that helps you to think on the right step, that way and you use your reflections as you're going through your research. That way you're collaborating with AI, you're doing it as adults do. But if you take something from there and you send it to me as your work, I will not mark it. I would send it back to you. But respect the steps, go step by step. Then I read something, I read a recent article yesterday where they were talking about how even besides education, how people are using the GPT or other tools in a way that is not really efficient, that is not really productive. Because you go there and you just ask a question. But what you should be doing is asking it to challenge you. You ask the AI to challenge you instead of you asking simple questions. So you can ask it, how do you can even put a question and really ask it first to structure that question into manageable steps. So before getting an answer. So all these are steps we need to first train. We need to train educators. We need to come up with partnerships. African countries need to come up with partnerships which can help them to train their educators. Schools need to invest, understand where the world is going. We cannot let them be 10 years back from where we are. So the world is, a lot has changed. So let's move this awareness and bring it to the classrooms. It's needed. It's needed. There's a lot going around. I know even came from US or other European countries. There's that are still reluctant in adopting technologies, but I believe with the right intention, when you understand your challenges, bring in tools according to your challenges. So we bring tools because we want more agency in the classroom. We want more. We want effectiveness delivering. If you were spending a whole month to deliver your project, because I love using project-based learning in my lessons, by the way, but AI can be a partner in brainstorming for kids, let's say. If they were spending the whole lesson brainstorming, they can brainstorm in 10 minutes, then discuss in their groups. Then you give them now time for the creative part. But all that needs for I started training teachers during the COVID, when there was a lockdown, and then we came back 2020 when the government has decided teachers can come back in the school. Then I managed to teach the blending of tools, the blending of lessons. How can you record the lesson and deliver it on a classroom and communicate with kids? So that's when I managed to connect to the Ed puzzle, quizzes, to all these tools. That was the first time, by the way, I came into EdTech. That's 2020, back in 2020. Really the talk. This is the hot talk. I can call it the hot talk, the AI. If you go on different spaces, that's the only thing they are talking about. But the thing is, we are just not in education. We don't need to be like the outside world where they won't test any tool coming in, not testing all tools coming in. It's about checking in and really evaluating and find out which tools do we really need to deal with these challenges we are dealing with. That's the critical thinking side, which needs really to be put into emphasis. That's one conversation I was following up with other IB networks I have on LinkedIn when they posted about the AI in the classrooms. So how do you deal with this? Like with the AI, how we need to evaluate and check. There's some skills that are going to be left behind. So is it going to be affecting thinking skills from the kids? Is it going to be affecting their emotional thinking? Emotional thinking is something else which we really need to look into, because it affects a lot. It affects a lot, the emotional thinking. So you need to see which balance you can use in the schools. Schools need to link up with experts and come up with strategies that help really move beyond this. And I think where I am, like for my case, for the case of my country, I know the government of Rwanda is doing a lot in training, educators and school leaders, passing through the MasterCard Foundation and the ICT Chamber and the Ministry of Education. They're doing really a good job into this to manage to look up for sustainable solutions into this.
Thank you. I think you have covered it from all the angles, and yeah, it's a collaborative work, and I think many teachers should get benefit from your insights, and it all starts by transferring knowledge. If we want to wait until we get training or AI tools, we will be left behind. So I think we need to invite all educators not to wait, to start exploring and learn from your story. Especially during COVID, as you mentioned, we had no other choice. We were connected to the internet and we had to explore things, and some of us took it as an opportunity, because once you have the connectivity, and I think now everyone does have internet connectivity at some point, so we have no excuse to explore what's going around and learn ourselves. And what's the best part around that is indeed transferring this knowledge. And this is one of the main objectives of this session, actually, to learn from you and get inspired. Honestly speaking, myself, you inspired me with what you have said around your story, around the passion you have. We learn from each other. We continue learning from each other. And thank you so much. I don't want to stop this discussion. Indeed, we will have more of these discussions, but the session is around provoking ideas, not to conclude anything, but to just open ideas and discuss and connect. And if your students are watching you now, what one thing you will tell them? What one thing you will tell your primary students now about their future? What advice you share with them?
I would say a word to my learners now watching me live. I would tell them, let not anything be an obstacle to where they want to reach. We are in a world which is so advanced nowadays, and their parents are really doing a good job to put them in education spaces where they explore and know what's happening and link up with innovative spaces. So what I would tell them is please keep moving, and whatever the challenge is, know that the future is bright. There's nothing to fear of, and failing is part of life. I know most of the kids, one of the main thing they fear is failing. I've seen it in the classrooms. It becomes as part of a kind of competition. I want to be over this one, over this one. But what I can tell them is the best competitor should be yourself. That's one thing I've learned about myself. First, compete with yourself, then you can be able to compete with others. So there's no limit in what they can achieve. They need to keep following inspirations from their educators, their parents who do all they can to give them whatever they need in life. But most of all, they need to be open to the world, to what's happening around the world. That's what I love mainly about the IB program here, the global mindedness, which is around the program, is something that is huge in what we deliver in today's. Yeah.
Thank you so much. If your students are listening to us, I would tell them you are so lucky to have a teacher like Mr. Achille. Get benefit of spending time with him and learn as much as you can from him. Thank you again for joining us today, and looking forward for more contributions together. Have a great day all the way from Rwanda.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. We're
Thank you.
together. Too much contributions coming in. Let's keep
Yeah,
impacting. Let's
sure.
keep giving ourselves. Let's